Today in this video, I am going to discuss a condition called septic arthritis. What type of joint infection it is, what are the causes, what are the symptoms, yes, and how to manage it. I hope everyone heard this fancy name many times but never imagined about the consequences if left untreated. Before I go further, please subscribe my channel to encourage me to upload more informative videos. Well, it is indeed a fascinating yet serious medical condition that deserves our attention. So, Guy's septic arthritis, otherwise known as infectious arthritis, is an intense inflammation of a joint caused by a bacterial infection. And this infection usually starts when bacteria travel through the bloodstream from another part of the body, such as the lungs or skin, and settle in the joint. It can also occur when the joint is directly infected with a microorganism due to an injury or during surgery. Staphylococcus or Streptococcus bacteria are often the culprits, but other types of bacteria, viruses, and even fungi can lead to septic arthritis. Just like any other infection, these microorganisms can cause havoc in the body if not dealt with promptly. There is a long list of causes which may cause a septic arthritis, and this is very important to know. So the chances of developing septic arthritis are increased if someone is having injuries, a wound that becomes infected, a joint injury. Number two, if there is surgery or injections such as joint surgery, for example, a hip or knee replacement, an injection into or near a joint, such as a steroid injection, injecting non-prescription drugs, and infection, such as the sexually transmitted infection, as it can infect your joints, abscesses. An infection in urine can be a cause, food poisoning, sinus or skin infections, an infected sore throat, tuberculosis, an infection in your bones close to a joint. Other causes are a long-term condition such as rheumatoid arthritis or another inflammatory condition, diabetes. Conditions treated with drugs that reduce the activity of your immune system, for example, immunosuppressants used for arthritis or chemotherapy to treat cancer. A poor or weakened immune system caused by cancer, HIV or AIDS, liver or kidney failure. But how do you know if you have septic arthritis? What signs should you look out for? The symptoms can be quite severe and come on rapidly. They usually include intense pain in the infected joint, swelling and redness over the skin of joint, and fever. You feel sick or can't eat. The knee is the most commonly affected joint, but septic arthritis can target any joint in the body. And children become irritable and may cry when the affected joint is moved. They may try to avoid moving it or may not be able to walk, particularly if it's their hip that's affected. In most cases, the symptoms develop within a few days. If you think you may have septic arthritis, it's important you see your doctor or go to your nearest accident and emergency department as soon as possible to stop the infection spreading and causing more damage. Diagnosis typically involves laboratory tests and imaging studies. A sample of the joint fluid is often taken to identify the specific microorganism causing the infection. This allows for targeted treatment with antibiotics. The infected joint is also usually drained, either with a needle or through surgical intervention to remove the infectious agents and reduce inflammation. Treatment of septic arthritis needs to be swift and aggressive. If left untreated, it can lead to joint destruction and even be life-threatening. But with timely intervention, most people recover fully without any lasting damage to the joint. So to summarize this journey into the world of septic arthritis, it's an intense joint inflammation caused by an infection, and it often begins when bacteria travel from elsewhere in the body and settle in a joint. Symptoms include severe joint pain, swelling, redness, and fever. Diagnosis involves laboratory tests and imaging studies to identify the microorganism, and treatment includes antibiotics and draining the joint. Remember, knowledge is power. Being aware of conditions like septic arthritis can help in early detection and treatment, potentially saving you or someone you know from unnecessary pain and distress. Stay informed, stay healthy. Thanks for watching. Please like my page if you like my videos.